Parker Schnabel struck gold worth millions, and then mysteriously shut down. His mind in Alaska, what's he hiding as land runs out in the Yukon, every inch? Becomes more valuable now with his mind closed so suddenly rumors are swirling what secrets or dangers lie buried in the depths of Parker's mind. That force such an urgent shutdown. Let's dig deep and reveal the truth behind Parker's dramatic decision. Parker had already made a name for himself in the Fondic and was set on repeating that success. To cover more ground quickly, he split his Alaska team into two groups. The first, the Wolf Cut crew, dug deep into untouched ground, hoping to find gold or face a loss. The chance for high earnings was huge, but it would take a lot of time and effort. Meanwhile, the second team, led by Mitch and Tyson, was also searching hard. The Drift Cut crew urgently needed a big find to fund their operation. They searched the claim, keeping a close watch for any sign of gold. Days turned into weeks as both teams worked non-stop. Parker's determination at the Alaska mine site was a race against time. With growing pressure to strike gold, the suspense built and viewers worldwide waited for the outcome of Parker's bold venture. Finally, after days of hard work, the Wolf Cut crew found a treasure trove of gold, the land that once held their hopes now revealed its hidden riches. Parker's vision and belief had paid off. The team celebrated their hard-earned success. At the same time, the Drift Cut crew struck gold to their persistence, leading to a find that promised to fund the whole operation. Everything had to be lined up just right for the cleaning machine to work well. The crew spent a lot of time and effort getting the cleaner ready. They worked hard solving problems and making sure everything was perfect. Finally, the cleaner was up and running. Parker then decided to shut down the mine, where they found gold, to focus on getting as much gold as possible. After 2 years of hard work, Parker's mine in Alaska was ready to start. Success here was crucial for his future in gold mining. Everyone was excited and nervous, hoping their efforts would pay off. Parker had a great team that cleared nearly a mile of debris from the old mine. Now it was time for their first weigh-in. They hoped to find an ounce of gold for every hour they worked. They watched the machinery closely, hoping for a big find. They gathered around the scale, which was only calibrated for regular ounces, not the special kind used for gold, but they decided to use it anyway. The scale readings began 10, 20, 40, 60, 90 g. Parker estimated they needed about 435 grams of gold to meet their target of 14. As the excitement grew, as Tyler, one of the crew, read the scale, it showed 430 g. Just shy of 13.80 of gold. They didn't reach their 1/hour target, but the crew was thrilled with their haul, worth over $23,000. It was just the first hour, and they wondered how many hours they could operate in a day. This success was thrilling not only for Parker, but for everyone in Alaska, marking the biggest find in over a decade. But this wasn't the end of their challenges. Parker and his crew had put in immense effort and were now seeing the results. Known for treating his workers well, Parker once again showed his generous side. But how generous had this former prodigy turned gold mining boss become? That was a question for another time, as the mining team in Alaska needed to wrap things up before winter set in. Mitch, the team leader, had a large pile of earth to clean up at his claim. The machines were pushed to their limits to keep up with the pace amid the rush. Mitch saw potential in a new guy named Evan, who was young and eager to learn. Mitch promoted him from truck driver to loader driver, impressed by his positive attitude. While Mitch was busy, he told Tyson about big rocks causing issues in the cleaning system. Everything had to stop until they got the go-ahead to fix this. They brought in a massive machine from Alaska, nicknamed Big Red. It was powerful, but the crew was worried because they hadn't found any gold yet. Despite spending a lot of money on mining, they knew they had to work hard and turn things around quickly. But this wasn't their biggest problem. They set up Big Red, and it started operating flawlessly, cleaning a vast amount Quickly amid all this hard work, Parker surprised the crew with an incredible gift, giving each member $122,000 in gold to thank them for their dedication throughout the season. The crew was overjoyed and grateful for this unexpected reward, which showed how much Parker valued their efforts and how they had succeeded together riding their recent success. Mitch and Tyson faced new problems with Big Red. Mitch and Tyson worked hard to find gold with their large machine, Big Red. The pressure was on to get the new wash plant installed and operational. As soon as it was ready, they planned to shut Big Red down and pull the conveyors, but they hit a snag when rocks got stuck in the machine. Evan spotted the issue, illustrating the continuous challenges and teamwork required in gold mining. The team had to stop Big Red often to clear out rocks that were causing problems. Mitch, busy checking the equipment, noticed that one of the screens inside was broken. The problem was caused by a big hole that let rocks into the machine, which could cause even more issues later. As the rocks piled up in certain areas, they messed up the machine's operation, leading to a loss of potential gold. Mitch had no choice but to clear the rocks himself, which was a tough and tiring job as the pile kept growing. Replacing the broken screen wasn't easy either. It required careful handling to ensure it was put in correctly. The old screen was worn out and couldn't do its job anymore, so they put in a new one, making sure it was secure. This maintenance was crucial, like updating a resume, ensuring everything was in perfect order to catch as much gold as possible. The large rocks that slipped through the broken screen could damage Big Red or make the gold extraction process harder. Mitch and Tyson knew how important it was to replace the screen quickly to keep things running smoothly. They took great care of their equipment to ensure it worked well and helps them get the most gold. But that wasn't the end of their problems. Digging resumed, showing that fixing the machine was worth it. With Big Red back in action, their job now was to keep feeding it with soil, since the min's entrance was closed by the big gold find. Parker's crew was determined to make the most of their season by fixing the blocked soil and the screen in Big Red, grateful for the opportunity and trust they had. They focused on getting as much gold as possible, knowing every bit brought them closer to their goal. Amid these challenges, Mitch's birthday was a pleasant surprise. Parker and the crew wished him a happy birthday and gave him a lavish gift, a golden ashtray worth $122,000. Mitch was speechless, overwhelmed by the gesture. To lighten the mood, Parker joked that someday everyone would have golden ashtrays too. They celebrated Mitch for all his hard work in getting Big Red running again, truly appreciating it after the tough times. Full of hope after solving past issues, the team was eager to see what came next, but the excitement wasn't over yet. It was time to test Big Red. Everyone was eager to see how much gold it could find. The machine produced 51.6 grams of gold, valued at $90,000, a big find. They realized they might harvest a lot of gold that week, maybe even worth $500,000. With so much gold found, Parker decided to close the mine entrance temporarily. This was a big moment for their mining adventure, and they were excited to keep finding more gold as they continued their journey. Parker and his crew faced challenges, celebrated victories, and kept mining all the gold they could, ready to find another machine if needed, always pushing to achieve their goals. Lucifer and his team were hard at work in the gold mines, doing everything without the usual fancy equipment. They had just dug up 210 of gold, and everyone was excited as they started weighing it. The numbers on the scale climbed from 20 to 40, then jumped to 150. Finally reaching an amazing total of 36.5. This find was worth nearly $600,000, making the team feel ecstatic. Parker, the main guy, watched with pride and anticipation his top machine, Big Red, showed promise for even bigger finds as the season continued. But what about Parker himself beyond the mining? What does he do for fun? Is there more to his life than just digging for gold?